this tutorial on GitHub. So I know it's a bit late in the game, but we figured that some teams were having problems in terms of how to do proper revision control use. So revision control, it could be GitHub, GitLab, Bitbucket, sorry. So we're just going to stick to GitHub for the simplicity of this tutorial, but at the end of the day, you get to use whichever revision tool you want to use. So for those that already know how to use GitHub or revision tools, I know you're going to find this very basic, but if you worked in teams, you've seen that some team members really had a lot of trouble with Git because they've never been properly trained on it, or they never really took the time to know how to use it. So this at least gives them a chance. So first things first, I put in this link, which is super neat, that GitHub made. So if I open up this page, it looks like this. It's a set of exercises. They'll just get you through them using Git Bash. So you'll have to just enter the commands, and it'll kind of take you through it. So command by command, explain to you what it does, and then seeing the repository that you have and what's happening at the same time. I really recommend you do this. I know it's kind of late in the game at this point, but you're going to have to use GitHub very much in your 490, so never too late. And in the summer, you have the time to really go over this and practice. Later in life, you're going to have to use revision control, so don't think that it's one of those things, when I graduate, it's behind me. So I'm just going to pull up this and kind of show you a little bit of how a proper use of these should be. This is I haven't had training. This is just because of practices and other projects. So usually you make your master branch. Let's say this is master. And then from here you're going to open another branch, which is going to be dev. In master, you always have the stable version of your project. So no bugs, nothing crashes. So the only times you pull here is when you know that the project is stable. So then in dev is basically your playground. This is where everybody puts in their changes. But you don't go and start making changes in dev. You branch out again. So let's say this is dev. You branch out again, and this is feature 1. And then this is for the first one. And then somebody else will be doing feature 2. Feature 2. And then continue. So let's say each team is working, each sub-team of your team is working on a feature. Each one have their own branch named by the feature and not by the team's name. So some might say, okay, within this feature I could make Tom and Joe. That's up to you guys. And then they put them back in when they finish each one their part of the feature. But the main branches that go off of dev are basically the feature names. When you're done, you don't go and you push this in. Here you have to do a pull request, and you have to have someone revise it. The best practice I could tell you is that before you go do that pull request, you pull from dev, you make sure that you have no conflicts, you deal with the conflicts. It's much easier for you that worked on feature 1 to know how to resolve these conflicts than somebody else. And after you do that pull request, somebody will review it and approve it, and then it goes in here. Same thing for the second one, it will be a pull request, and it gets accepted. So now let's say we put in these 2 features. This is what we had promised the client. This is where we are right now. So we know everything is stable. We ran all our tests. So this is the time where you're gonna pull dev into master and then have the latest. So this is milestone. Sorry for my writing. I'm trying not to touch the screen. And then it continues on. So technically, if I had to see what your chart would look like for this semester, it would have been, so this was sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, and then final one is sprint 4. This is your master, and then dev was here, and then you had all these. Same thing, and then here you had feature. So when you do a pull from master and you pull in dev, dev remains active, whereas when you do a pull request, sorry for this, when you do a pull request, it merges it back in here, and now this branch doesn't exist anymore. So I made this video very short and sweet, just for you guys to have the fundamental basics. Hope this was helpful. Have a good day.